Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Tuesday, July 9th, 2019. So here's Amazon, folks. I'm a big fan of it right now. I look forward to seeing new all-time highs on this, or at least a double top above 2,000. It's having a big day today. Before I get into discussing this and other trading opportunities, I want to talk a little bit about yesterday's free analysis video I put out. It was a four-factor trade alert. It was given at 9:42. So right down here, there was a gap fill, 20 MA, time count, multiple factors. In fact, a four-factor trade, 97% success rate. You got this for free yesterday in the video. Up, look at this today. $10.85 from 9:42. We took this in the research center. All right, I gave this out live. I put it out time-stamped, exact entry price. You had all the time in the world to get in with me in the research center, as all of our members did. And look at this today. 24 hours, over 10% profit. I mean, just beautiful. And this is what I do, folks. The PPT methodology is revolutionary. You learn it, you literally make millions over the course of your life. I mean, it's just that simple. You just learn it. And the trades, you just see a trade and it pops out at you, and you're like, whoa, look at that factor. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, and you get to profit. So again, folks, I mean, you can look at our track record on website, InTheMoneyStocks.com, my website. You can see it right there. Go to the free trading action area, and you can see the Research Center track record there, and it's astounding. So bottom line is, folks, great trade yesterday. Let's talk about Amazon. Amazon breaking above this pivot high. That's the short-term high. This is where it's headed, folks. So it's going back to this double top here. Very strong yesterday. It was actually positive yesterday during a down market day. Today, positive again and breaking to the upside almost 2%. Within, my guess is it could even be by Friday we hit double top. So just a heads up on that. Now, this should carry the S&P per my projections above 3,000. That's my target. You're going to get a move above 3,000 in the S&P. It's not even a question in my mind. The reason I say that is simple. You have to get more amateur money in the market on the long side before the top is in. So basically, people have been very skittish over the last month or so, month or 2 months. Oh, the trade issues, oh this, oh that, the economy potentially slowing. All valid concerns, but that's not how a market tops. A market doesn't top on economic data. I know that sounds crazy. It tops on sentiment. When you get over bullish sentiment, when you get every small investor to put their money in the market, that's when a top can be in. All right, that's when the institutions feel like they can move out when they get the small money in to take their positions off their hands. So again, look for Amazon to move up, folks. In terms of like a stock like Facebook, I would not be overly shocked to see this get up here. All right, look at this pivot top. This is the top right now. I think you break through. I think you go up here. I think a lot of these stocks are going to go to their double tops. That's where you're going to see the market top. When they get there, you're going to hear all the hoopla in the media. Above 3,000, new all-time highs on the S&P. Look at Amazon, new all-time. Get all these headlines. And then that's where the market tops. Now, a couple of my favorite stocks out there. One has earnings tomorrow. I'm very curious how this one goes. This is high risk. It's Bed Bath Beyond, folks. Keep an eye on this. Stock has had a couple good earnings reports over the last couple quarters. Here was one of them here. Look at that gap up. Here was another one here. Look at that move. Since then, it's really come down. Expectations are very, very low. You're very close to major support here, so your risk is relatively light. Reward is decent. I would say minimum upside, you're looking at 13.5 here, which is about a $2 move, almost 20%. To me, this is a high-risk play, but one that I'm very intrigued by. Rare I play into earnings, but I probably will hold some shares going into earnings. I think even if it dips, you're looking at 10% max downside, maybe less. Upside, again, 20%, so not too shabby. All right, another stock I really like here. Take a look at Sohu. So Sohu, the daily chart doesn't look so great over here, but if you zoom out, you have to see how much this stock has fallen. This is a Chinese stock. All right, the cash value, so based on the cash that they have on their balance sheet, it's a $48 per share cash. I mean, the stock is trading at 13 and change. They have $48 in cash per share. I mean, that's nuts. All right, in addition, this is where it really gets intriguing. You go to your weekly chart. All right, pretty interesting there. I mean, you can see the fall it's had where it used to trade way up here. And then if you go to your monthly chart, this is where I get interested. Look at the opening prints way back in early 2000s here. And then look at this pivot low right here. And what are you into right now? You're right into this area. All right, so this is, I mean, if there's a level for this stock, this is the level here. All right, so I am long this stock and I like it here. And I do think it has some major potential to the upside. I mean, you could be looking at plus $20 in a few days to a week or two if this thing gets its mojo back. Now, my estimation, let's talk a little bit about trade information and trade deal with China. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to give you the playbook right now. Nothing's going to happen. It's going to be very quiet until the Fed cuts rates later this month, which I think they'll cut 25 basis points. Within a few days of them cutting 25 basis points, once that's done, you're going to hear something positive on trade. You will not hear something positive on trade until the Fed cuts. It's just the nature of the beast, folks. Trump is not going to give the Fed any sort of positivity on trade negotiations because before the Fed meeting later this month, because he does not want to risk them deciding not to cut because of positive news. Once they cut, he's going to come out and start talking. You're going to hear good developments on trade. I think these Chinese stocks that are beaten down, they're the ones you're going to look towards. Once it starts getting more likely that we'll get a deal by early 2020, and I think that's coming, by the way, because I think that he's going to want it before the elections, then you're talking about, Sohu being a $20, $30 stock. I mean, there's a ton of upside here. But I think, honestly, the stock will start to float up even before then. All right, so that's my analysis there, folks. Awesome stuff right now. Great trading environment for swing trades. I also, by the way, had AAOI call options. We took 50% today on those. If you're into options alerts are where you should be. If you're in the research center, we took over 10% on the AAOI in 24 hours. Boom, prints and money just flowing in. All right, I mean, this is a market where if you know what you're doing, there's a lot of money to be made. So come join us. Take the 7-day free trial to the research center. There's no free trial to the options. Get in now. Profit with us. Take care.